I just watched the video just put up, Jethro, and I seen the other one. You know, you get the recommendation on the side about grooming, gang stalking. I didn't realize that there was that many videos out there about Robin Hood, the false prophet. And then to think that it's just me, just one person in this world that can cause such a commotion. And I know it's all bullshit. I know it is. And I'm glad you've seen it too, because when all that stuff started happening and people turning against me, I'm just thinking like, man, this was set up from the beginning, the way the timing of it was. And then I asked myself, are people just delusional? Or are they purposely doing this? Or are we being deceived by the RFB group, the army? Because ever since I came against RFB and made that imitation, it's just been Robin Hood's false prophet everywhere. Am I a false prophet? Like, am I really... I'm just trying to figure what the gain would be to be a false prophet. Like, to purposely lie. That's what a false prophet is. We all know about... I think everybody already understands where I truly stand with everything. And my character, how I'm still here. I'm still here. It's like, did I get uppercut? Yeah, I got sucker punched a few times, but I never got knocked down. I never got knocked out. But for all the people that came against me, with, like, out of nowhere with the false prophet, put my name out there on YouTube, it's just, again, it's one of them things where, thank God for that, because that gave more people an ability to discern, well, wait a minute, what? Hold on a minute. Hold on. These same people that are calling him a false prophet, they all seem to have and I never seen that video, but they all seem to have the same, for the most part, the same group in the comment section. And they're the same ones that came after me too, big time, before all this. And I know that there's others, like people that try to stay peaceful in a comment section, and at the same time, Justin was he's one of them that fell for it. And I guess this is my point to this video. A lot of people fell for it. Because you just can't understand, like, who is Robin? Who the hell is Robin? Like, where... you gotta remember, I'm coming up against the king of... I believe, anyway, truly. That's why I'm aiming for him. I'm coming up against the king of YouTube, at least in this last year. Because he must have gotten like at least another 150,000 subscribers. Maybe a lot of people just want to subscribe to him. Who knows? But when you work for a professional organization, they're going to make it look as professional as possible for you. So when it comes to people, I've been accused of buying my subscribers and buying. I don't know if I guess you can buy views, right? I mean, I should know. And buying comments, but when you're on YouTube acting as a regular person, but you have the backing of Hollywood and the elite and money and everything, and green screens and everything, they're gonna make you look as original, ordinary as possible, like a regular dude, and give you all the information that you need to tell us, the truth and the lies, and it's up to us to figure it out. I just happen to figure it out. That's it. I happen to figure it out. I don't know what's really going to happen on specific dates. But I just feel like I'm close to understanding this whole deception, the whole reason for the deception, in other words. And how they're using the Bible to fulfill prophecy in Hollywood as they read it literally, and as they say the Bible's man-made, made up by the Masons, and because a man wrote the Bible. Yeah, well, who created that man, by the way? Just tell me that. Who created that man? And when man creates AI, right? You think AI is really going to take over and kill man and be like, oh, we now know what we're doing. We don't need you human beings. Don't they need electricity to stay running? Yeah, they do. So the creator, the servant, isn't greater than the creator. So I love when people say that the Bible is just like, it's like fictitious fairy land story to it, you know. And God, again, God has no way that he can possibly make sure that he has his men that are inspired by him to understand and write down in a book what's true. Because I'm doing the same thing. Digitally, I'm speaking what's true and what I know. And every word is being recorded. So there are manuscripts of my words that are being recorded. As I'm saying them, they're being written down. So what I'm scribing is the truth. When I get things wrong, it's because I don't know. When I think somebody's an agent or a troll or whatever, and I get it wrong, and they kind of prove otherwise, then I apologize for it. So I thought, Jethro, that you were part of being set up by SJD at the same time and Justin at the same time. It was just, and I'm sorry for that, and I already said it, but it was perfect timing. It was, because I just felt like I needed to see who was. I mean, come on, man. Somebody's literally saying they're Jesus Christ in the flesh. Well, that's just because he figured out that information before we did, that we're all Jesus Christ in the flesh, because we are all the body of Christ, and every man's head is the head of Christ, and every man's head is the head of the woman. The woman comes from the man, and every Christ head is the head of God, and God is the creator of Satan, good and evil, the influence. So it all goes up to the highest pyramid of God, the Godhead. And all I do is just I expose what I need to expose, and I do it because I don't want people to be deceived when it comes to what they're. A lot of people, I feel like I have woken up, well, because they said that I helped them wake them up. A lot of people cling to me with flatteries, but I think we're kind of past that flattery point. You know, if you want to cling to me with a flattery, that's, you know, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. You have a right to write whatever you want. But I'm just glad that you came around to see that when all that stuff happened, it was Satan's influence to attack me. That's just what it was. And I've realized that, because that's how the demons work, even in your own household, man. They'll jump from one person to another when they know that the other person's getting ready to let go or they're angered, and they try to jump to another, and they throw some kind of insecurity there and try to jump to another. It's just the way Satan works. It seems so perfectly organized that that's what I was thinking. That, wow, all these people that I reached out to and said, hey, let's all get together. It's kind of after I did the RFB imitation, I got people's attention by that, because they're like, wow, man, that's kind of freaking dead on and hilarious as hell. And it's King Richie, man. You know, King Richie. And I'm dead serious, Rich. When you are my servant, I will treat you like I treat myself. And I'm not saying like, haha, you're going to be my servant, you sucker, you dumbass. You're going to be better off being my servant than you are right now. And that goes for everybody. And I'm not saying this because I have any type of information that's handed to me on a piece of paper that I have to read. It's just, it's all up here. It's the understanding that tables are turning. The elite's time, it's up. Your time is up. And the feeling of it is when people have a timeline of their own, but they say, Robin, stop setting dates, you false prophet. You keep setting dates, we're gonna make videos about you, we're gonna slander you, and we're gonna, yeah, well, that doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? What does that do? It may, sticks and stones, you know, they might break my bones, it's possible, but how can names really hurt you? Being called a name, being called a false prophet it's a damn honor. Because a year and a half ago, I was nobody recognizable whatsoever to anybody in the world besides my own family members. Now I have people all over the world that are either trying to reach out or trying to expose me for being a liar. When people say that they have all kinds of information on me, man, you ain't got shit on nothing. There's no, yeah, I mean, let me correct myself. If anybody has any type of information on me that's detrimental to me, it's because you're following the law of man and I'm following the law of God. You can't find one accusation against me that goes against God's law, but you can find many. I'm sure the laws are getting ready to change, and that's why some people are getting a little excited about it. And Richie warned us about this before. We're committing felonies with slandering people, and we don't even know it. Because the law is getting ready to be set in place. And then that's when Satan will try some of you and put you in prison. And we go through a tribulation for 10 days. Although a day is as a year in a lot of cases in the Bible. And I believe the 10-year tribulation period was from the end of 2008 when I heard the warning about God's judgment coming on the world. And here we are 10 years later. And here we are kind of at the same time period where I'm expecting to be, where things are going to change drastically. And so are the elite, and so are the people on YouTube, the ones that are getting excited. You know, the ones that are singing karaoke. I mean, you guys know the shift, the change, shift change, okay? You guys know the shift, the change. That's what a real shift change is. It ain't people's faces changing it because of the... Nobody's face is going to change in front of you. On the computer or through your phone or through whatever, yeah, the digital part of it makes it look like you're moving. I was accused of a shift change or two and a robotoid. It's like, I guess I'm a robotoid because what I'm talking about is, well, it's in the script. And the script is, well, it's behind my eyelids. So when I'm trying to explain what I feel about how the stuff that happened to me in the past and what's going on now, and how I'm making my rounds to just make amends with my enemies, the ones that I know are my enemies, the ones that have hated me with no cause. But the cause is you're a false prophet because you set a date and nothing happened on that date. Well, I was hot or cold, and that's the law of God. You see what I'm saying? The law of God is written in my eyelids. So I can just close them and continue to read. I mean, you know, they do that with the shades. So what about the robotoids when they close their eyes? Do they still know the script? I can do this with my eyes closed. I can speak with my eyes closed for 33 minutes. But I'd rather keep my eyes open so you can look into my eyes. This is the whole reason why me, personally, for some reason, I thought, why does everybody look at themselves when they're talking? You already know what you look like. Why don't you look into the camera hole? And again, the people that, and it's just my way. It ain't right, wrong, indifferent, whatever. It's my way. But when people try to remember their lines, and their videos have edits, and it's edited and it's scripted, now it's hard to trust that. But again, when you have your own notes, you write down your own thoughts, and you want to gather them, you want to be more professional, that's fine. Because maybe if I did that, maybe if I took a few notes here and there, I would have a, well, I don't know. Not really, because it ain't like I talk too much with a pause to waste time. Because what I'm thinking of, it just goes on a flow. It's like it's a track, and it just keeps going, and then hop off that track, move to another. Sometimes that train freaking goes right across, and I lose my train of thought. But no, I'm completely just raw. Push record, no editing. Let me get out of this guy's way. I think he needs some gas. So that's where I stand with testing spirits. Testing spirits takes time, and it took all this year to test everybody's spirit. And the people that have been deceived, right? And I'm one of them, but I said it before in a video a couple months ago. I will be deceived for the last time. Robin Tees was deceived for the last time. I think I even wrote it in Gematria, just to be a prick. Because I know that people see all the entries that are in there. Just like if you Google anything, like when YouTube got shut down for that hour or so, I Googled to the elite my message. I didn't Google, oh my God, what's going on? What happened to YouTube? No, I Googled straight to elite what my message was, and they got it. You guys know what my message is. And I was ready to be shut down. I was perfectly okay with it. And when we get shut down for good, I am going to be perfectly okay with it. And I also see that the elite will exchange gifts to one another for 3.5 days. They will, when this happens. The only question is, when are those 3.5 days? What date is those 3.5 days? I'm always going to think of what dates are, and then from that point on, they're going to think that they're good, and then here comes the New World Order, and here comes all this stuff, and then after 3.5 days. So, look, elite, when you do party it up, when you exchange gifts to one another, when you got SJD up there singing karaoke to you guys, and you're all yucking it up and popping champagne bottles, you know, just know that it's going to come to a screeching halt. And that's just me saying that from the information that God has given me. I'm not afraid of the beast of the earth. I'm laughing at famine and destruction as I see it right now. I'm laughing at all of it. Everything. It's not because I'm insensitive. It's because I'm sensitive to all the bullshit in the world. So I'm glad that all this happened. Thank God it all happened. Because it shows, it truly shows the character of people who get bashed and battered and bruised and still stand up and keep fighting. Not with my fists, just with my words that comes out of my mouth. Now, when it comes to SJD, I enjoyed talking to him to an extent, but he just talks too much. He has a lot to say, and I don't have time to be on the phone to do that, because I got to make my 33-minute videos a day, and then I rewatched the video to see what my message is. especially when I read the Bible, because I'm reading it. Every time I hear it, it just clarifies more and more. It's nonstop, like the Walmart video that constantly flows in that 4,000 to 6,000 views a day. That net that I spread out to catch fish. That's how I get my subscribers. You know, can they mess with my numbers? I'm sure they can. That's on them if they are. You know, it's up to them. But 1,000 subscribers each month, and my view count is really the same. But when you look at the comments on the that video, the Walmart video, a lot of people think I'm on meth, I'm smoking crack, I'm an idiot, I'm paranoid schizophrenic, I think everybody's a security guard. My experience in my life, because I was a criminal, and I looked out for those security guards, and I knew what aisle to steal in and to avoid that guy that is so freaking obvious. It's my experience that proves it, not yours or anybody else's. So when I look at it, and again, that's how I've reeled in you, Jethro, Tim, quite a few other people. I don't remember all the names, but I'm sure there's lots of people that are watching that have never even commented, and I reeled them in from that video. But some people have come over to my channel from that video, and they see that I'm setting dates and being not religious, just spiritual, and they're like, I'm not watching. So they subscribe to me, and then they just didn't unsubscribe. Because I look at the date setters. There's a lot of date setters out there. Steve Fletcher's a date setter. This other guy, Watchman, something another date setter. There's quite a few date setters. They get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. I mean, thousands. You know what I mean? I'll be lucky if I get 1,000 views when I have 20,000 subscribers. But the people that subscribe to them are the ones that are interested in the dates that they're setting. That's why they're up to like around 10,000 subs, a few of them have. And they get about, you know, a good 5,000 to 8,000 views on their videos. But that's because those people are the ones that are on their channel originally, because that's what they're looking for. I reel people in with the Walmart video, showing you my discernment. That's my discernment. I would be willing to bet my damn life that every single one of those security guards that I pointed out and said was a security guard was a security guard. It's just my discernment that I use, and from my experience. So all this time that passed by, when I send, like, that's a great video. I can send that video to people and say, look, even the couple people I've been working with, like, look, here's how much people, because here's the thing, the people I work with, one of my main bosses I've known for 20 years, they all know. He even said to me one time before, he's like, Rob, you know, the problem with you is, you know, you're kind of too honest when it came to running the job and telling people and talking about stuff. I'm like, well, thanks, you know what I mean? Thanks for the backward compliment. But they know my heart. They know that I'm telling the truth with what I say. But that's them. It's not you. It's not you guys on YouTube. You guys don't know me. I'm just saying, the people that know me, they know that I'm telling the truth. So when I show them that type of video, and that's a great video, where you had like 7 different people that Robin Hood's false prophet. That's good. That's good information to give to people that know me, because then they see, wow, that's you're quite famous on YouTube for all these people that all around the world are making videos about you. When beforehand, I remember I struggled between 10 to 20 subscribers. It kept fluctuating, like going back down. Like, damn, when am I ever gonna? I'll never get to 100. This is crazy. And then it just exploded. It exploded. because I caught the right fish. November of last year was a great month because I did all those 3 of those Walmart videos, a couple with my wife, a couple with my brother, my nephew. Got up in the 100,000 rain category. The Fire from Heaven show in the 60,000 category. Like, there was a lot of great videos that the patent images and airplanes is like 10,000 views. It just kept growing and growing and growing because of the perfect timing of it. And it can only be God's perfect timing. So now I reeled in a bunch of people, and I know that there's people out there that, when they first started watching my channel, it's like, man, I made them sick. Even though I'm kind of funny with certain skits, but they just wish I would do just the skits and stop setting dates and stop talking about Harold Camping and stop pretending you know what the Bible means spiritually when it's a fake book that the elite, the Masons freaking wrote the book. Yeah, let's say they did write the book. But God knew exactly what they're going to write. And God knows how to use what they write literally, because they know that they're literally going to do this, but He gives you the spiritual understanding of it. Either way, the book, to me, the Bible, is 100% dead on true. It's God's Word. It's His Word coming out of His mouth. And He has all His children, which is everybody in the world, proclaim it, but not all of His children are proclaiming it. There's still a bunch of dry bones that are walking spiritually dead. So when it comes to this new year, this new world order, the excitement that I see from the other side of the people that have been my enemies, well, I'm looking at the excitement, and I'm seeing my excitement at the same time for people wanting to come and literally just smash my face into the ground and beat the frickin' piss out of me and kill me. It's quite an honor that they want to do that to me, because I am proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ. That's the only name, Jesus Christ. Not Yahushua Hamalak Shamalak Yamhum She Yesu Hisu. Not all of those, but Jesus Christ. The one that, as soon as you speak that name to those demons that are trying to get into your head, as soon as you speak that name, they are freaking out, man. They are out, because they see the flames of fire in your eyes, and they know that Christ has eyes like the flame of fire and feet like fine brass, because it's been tried in the fire. They know that. The spiritual side of our lives, the demons that roam around with no homes, they know that, and they don't even mess. They won't dare bring a railing accusation against Christ. They won't dare. But they'll do it to humans, and they've done it to me plenty. Now I'm still here every day, 33-minute videos. I just talk until my phone runs out of time. So to the agents that are assigned to watch me, thank God I have a Samsung crappy Metro PCS phone that only goes to 33 minutes and 10 seconds tops. Because if not, man, you guys would not, well, you wouldn't sleep. You wouldn't sleep because you have to watch, you have to listen. So, this brings me to my final point. People that do YouTube for whatever reason, right? Like when people say, well, I'm just here to make peace. I'm just here to make sure you don't get out of line on my channel, like through my comment section, whatever. And I wonder, like, why would these people be so dedicated to like doing this stuff for free, like on their own time, to try to set the table straight, try to set the truth straight? And then I look at myself, well, I'm doing the same exact thing. So why am I why am I judging them for it? But then I start thinking and realizing, well, wait a minute. Wait. When people say that, well, these people that say that, I don't know. I mean, they might not even have 100 subscribers on their channel. So who are they? What are they preserving? Because you can always go to your own channel, make a video. And that's what I've done. That's just my advice. Go to your own video, make your own channel. And that's why people have made videos about your false prophet. But when it comes to me see, I do it on my channel. If I don't like what people are saying on their channel, I might comment once or twice. And then after that, I'm done. I'm done watching it. I'm not going to go there and put a thumbs down and be a douchebag. So that part doesn't line up. Why would you continue to be on my channel and try to set me straight and make sure I'm not getting out of line with the law of man? Because I'm getting out of line all the time with the law of God, because that line is freaking straight and narrow. The other one is wide and broad. So when it comes to getting out of line for the law of man, yeah, I'm getting way out of line. But the law of God, straight. So no, that doesn't line up when people say, well, I just want to make sure that, you're not getting out of control here on your own channel. Oh, really? Why would you do that for free? I mean, the main thing is, when you're keeping tabs of someone and you have all their videos, because I know all my videos are recorded, but when you're keeping tabs on it, and if you have like a group of people that talk to you and let you know, like, hey, well, you know what Robin said? It's like, that part's a little fishy. Because to me, I don't care what people are saying behind the walls and the doors, because I know they're talking about me behind my back. But all I can say is, when these things happen, and lo, they will happen, then you will know that I wasn't a liar. But I leave it up to everybody else to discern it for themselves. So I can't imagine people calling me up and be like, hey, you know what so-and-so said? And they kind of sometimes used to do that in the beginning, but on the comment section, hey, you see what... like, nah, I don't care anymore. I don't care what people say. Everybody has a right to say what they